Stampers, welcome back to my studio today. I am fresh back from Creativation in Phoenix, Arizona. I learned so much, I found so much, and our new little business, Teaspoon of Fun, is going to be bringing you some amazing things. Today I wanted to show you this new little die that I have. I've been having fun with it. I did it in one of my classes. We just had a blast with it. Remember to get the dies quick because after my video goes live, they usually sell out. So you really want to take advantage of it. The links are below. I'm going to show you how to do some gel press medium for the background of it, but you can use anything for the background. You can even stamp words on the inside of it. I'm also testing my brand new mat that I have. I'm still getting some shadows and whatnot, but it's been very difficult for me. I love using my Tim Holtz glass mat, but it doesn't videotape very well. So I found this new mat from Art Anthology. The link is below. I'm loving it. Like I said, I do have some shadows. I'll try to fix those, but it is like 3 feet by ginormous. It's huge. But what I like about it is that you can glue and you can spritz and you can do everything on it, and it just cleans itself out. Well, it doesn't clean itself. I clean it, but it cleans up very easy. So I'm kind of testing a bunch of new little things. Like I said, I learned a lot from Creativation, but this is a fast card. Remember to get this die quick because I guarantee it's going to be sold out soon. So the links are below. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is the background because we need to let that dry. So I'm going to bring out just a little square piece of paper. I cut my gel press into quarters, so I have this little tiny one right here. And again, like I said, all of the links are going to be below or on my blog. So click in the upper little right-hand corner for the eye, and you can see where my blog is. Just loving all of the stuff that I'm doing lately. So I'm going to start with, like I said, my gel press I cut into quarters. I'm next going to take some liquid color. Now for this one right here, for my card, I used the pink and the yellow, but what I'm going to use this time is I'm going to go in with the banana cream. And you can use anything that is water soluble with this. You can use, you can also use acrylic paints. You guys know about the gel press. Whatever you want to use, you can use. I'm just today using Catalina, or I'm using liquid color only because that's what I had right here in my stamp room. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark color in here because I don't want it to overpower the lighter color. And for like I said, for this one right here, I used the bubble gum, which was the lighter color. You can use anything. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go in with one of my spritzers, and I'm going to just spritz until it all runs together. Let's get this out of the way. Whoops, I just got a little bit on there, but that's okay because I've been making these like crazy. All right, so, and that's why I like this, because even though I'm spritzing and it did get on my card, unfortunately, I still have this mat and I can clean up super easy. So now I've just got the colors running together. You can see how pretty they are. They're just kind of bleeding together. So much fun. And what I'm going to do is just take my square piece of paper and I'm just going to set it down and soak up all of this color. Now, I do not like to leave any color behind, so I would take another piece of paper and just add that to I would just take another piece of paper and just clean it all up and just use that. And that's what I've been doing. Now, normally this will curl, but when it dries flat. So I've got a couple of them over here. Let me see if you can see them. I've got a couple of them going on over here, just drying so that I can finish up my video. And while those are drying, I'm going to move this out of the way. Now, let me just show you how clean or how easy this cleans up. Watch this mat. Remember the I just love it. Like I said, it's like 3 feet by ginormous, so you can splash everything and not get it anywhere. All right, and all I did was clean it up with a little baby wipe. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our die and we're going to run it through my Vagabond, and this is the little die right here. Okay, I'm going to run it through my Vagabond, and we're going to get our little cutout. All right, so let's bring this over here. Let's make sure this is on. Grab my layers and run her through. I love my little Vagabond. I got to see Tim Holtz at Creativation. You might have seen the pictures on my blog. I just love doing that. All right, so here is our little piece that is all die cut. And I do save these pieces. Look at how a perfect, whoops. Hang on, here we go. There we go. Okay, so this is my die cut piece right here. I do like to save the circle that comes out of this because you can use that for another project. So I just keep that in one of my little containers and we are good to go. So here is our cutout piece. That's how easy it was. And now basically it's just putting it together. Let's just do a little bit of stamping on the bottom of it. And I'm going to take my Simon Says ink, my Just Because, and this comes from a Spellbinders set. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, nice. All right, and the next thing that we're going to do is to bring in our card base. Okay, so we have all of our pieces. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. Now let me just show you what I did. When you're going to mount this onto this piece right here, you want to make sure that you put your foam squares or your pop dots on this piece instead of this piece right here. All right, it just makes it easier for you to layer it. All right, so let's get one that's my pink one, but I want to get one that's still a little bit wet. This is one of the beautiful blue and yellow ones that I did. Like I said, they're just gorgeous, and when you add them to your card, look at how beautiful that is. Like I said, for your gel press, you can use any medium that you want. You can use acrylic paint, you can use your liquid color, you can use color splash, you can use just about anything on there. I like to use it with the water, so I use a water-based medium. All right, so let's just grab our Journey squares here. And like I said, this is still a little bit wet. We could hit it with the heat gun if we wanted to, but for time's sake, I'm just going to take and throw the squares on here. And as it dries nice and flat. So when you're doing it, it kind of curls up a little bit, but then as you finish it up, or as it dries, it does lay down nice and flat. All right? Okay, so there's our piece right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm just going to center it onto my circles. Okay, just like that. I'm still being very careful because this is still a little bit wet. I should have hit it with the heat gun, but I didn't. All right, so now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to put foam squares on the back. Now this is really important. You don't want to put any more foam squares on this or this would raise this piece up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and put foam squares here. All right, so now this is making this whole thing even. All right, I'll add another one right there, then one in the corner underneath that. I think I'll use the smaller ones for this one just because I don't want it to overlap on that piece right there. So I'm just using the tinier foam squares. All right, take these off. Didn't I tell you this card was fast? But oh, so pretty. Okay, we've got all that done. We're going to add it to this little piece right here. Now you can add butterflies, you can add flowers, you can add whatever you want to this little piece right here. And what I mean, like you can add them inside here. You can actually stamp on the inside of this, or you can just add a piece of ribbon like I'm going to do right here. I'm just going to slide that through right here and add my bow. Look at the colors on that. It is just so very, very pretty. So pretty. And remember, when I did this, this is a good tip to remember. Don't overpower it. So if you want to use a dark color and a light color, make sure you only use a little bit of that dark color so it does not overpower your pieces. I'm going to bring in, once again, I'm going to bring in some of the other ones that I did right in front of you so that you can see the way they came out. Every single one of them is different, and that's the beauty of the gel press. I love that. All right, so here's this one. It needs a little bit of drying time. All right, here's the piece that I did earlier. Here is some of the ones that I just did in front of you. All right, aren't they awesome? Look at them, just drying to, you know, just drying to add them to the other pieces. You know me, I never do just one of these, so I have about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these going at the same time. Like I said, I just keep doing more and more and more and more and more. I got one more to cut out, so that's what I'm going to do when I get off camera. I hope you enjoyed my post for today. Remember to get this before they're gone, because you know when I do a post, everything sells out. If you didn't, over on my Simon Says site, make sure you take and you add it to wanting to be notified, because they'll notify you as soon as it comes back in. But click the links and you'll see where it is. All right, take care, have a great day, and thank you for stopping by.